In this club, I'm going to be doing a different kind of Yu-Gi-Oh video today, so it's not me showing you some duels on Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel or doing live duels. It's me actually just talking about the top 10 cards I want in Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel. Also, this is going to be my first video of 2023, so Happy New Year. Hopefully all of you have a good year. And yeah, so because it's the new year, I thought I would just make a different kind of video. So yeah, and then after this, I'll just go back to my usual Yu-Gi-Oh content where I just show you live duels, replays, and even stream. Yeah, I've been streaming Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel lately. I might even do one a bit after this video comes out. Now, if you know me, I'm pretty sure you know what's going to be on this list. However, if you don't know me, basically I use Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician in Yu-Gi-Oh! So pretty much expect the list to be revolving around Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. Alright, let's get started with the top 10 cards I want in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Number 10, Chronicle Magician. So there's a lot of reasons why I've put this card at number 10. I don't even know if I really want it, to be honest, but I had to put something in number 10. And it does buff, sort of buffs Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician. So before I explain why this is number 10, let me just read the effect of Chronicle Magician. If a monster with 2500 original attack or defense is normal or special summoned to your field, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. If this card is special summoned, you can target one Dark Magician or Blue Eyes White Dragon in your monster zone. It gains 2500 attack/defense until the end of this turn. You can only use each effect of Chronicle Magician once per turn. So yeah, I'm just gonna say it right now, this sucks for Blue Eyes White Dragon because, you know, Blue Eyes White Dragon, you mainly want to be using dragons. Yes, there's some spellcasters you use in a Blue Eyes deck, but they really help out Blue Eyes, like Sage of Fires of Blue and Dictator of D, you know, whereas this one, you know, it's level 7, it's dark, there's no Blue Eyes fusion for spellcast. I don't know why Konami hasn't made a Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician fusion where it can be Blue Eyes White Dragon with one spellcast or Dark Magician with one dragon, or just straight up Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician together. I don't know why, but yeah. So with this card, I don't know, like, besides making Blue Eyes White Dragon stronger, like, it's pretty pointless with Blue Eyes White Dragon, whereas Dark Magician, this card, Chronicle Magician, is a spellcaster. It's dark, it's level 7, you know, you confuse with it, exceeds with it. But here's the things I don't like about this. So, if you're going first, right, and you have this in your hand, it just basically is a dead card in your hand. Like, that's it. Like, you don't want to start with this card, like, because you're not going to be attacking in your first turn when you go first, you know? So, I just see no point to this card. I mean, like, and also I don't like how it gets summoned in defense position. Like, that's really bad. Like, I wish it would just be in attack position and you can attack. The only cool thing you can do is like, you know, if you're going first and you summon Dark Magician and then you summon this, you can just like Xyz summon, but you know, you're not really doing Xyz summoning in your first turn much with Dark Magician. I guess you could fuse with it, but honestly, just yeah, there's just a lot of things to say about this card. There's also something else actually. What if you don't special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician? This will just be a dead card in your hand even more, because sometimes that happens, unfortunately, especially with Dark Magician, because we don't have the Battle of Chaos cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So yeah, so there's a lot of problems with this card, but it does have Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician in the card text, so that's why I placed this at number 10. I honestly won't use this card. I mean, maybe for fun with Dark Magician, maybe, but with Blue Eyes White Dragon, hell no. Number 9, Palladium Oracle Mana. So, there's a few cards like Mana here. There's even a few on this list actually that aren't in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel due to copyright. I will explain more about this after, because yeah, like I said, there are a few cards like Mana here that aren't coming to Master Duel due to copyright, so we think. Yeah, I'll just explain them more later. But anyway, let me read Mana's effect. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets one spellcaster monster you control and no other cards, while this card is in your hand or graveyard, quick effect, you can special summon this card. You can only use this effect of Palladium Oracle Mana once per turn. Level 7 or higher spellcaster monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Dark Magician Girl from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So it's a great way to like make your monsters not get targeted that are level 7 or higher spellcasters, and you know, it summons Dark Magician Girl from your hand, deck, or graveyard, you know. But yeah, for it to get summoned, one of your spellcasters have to be targeted, and it can't be like another card, you know. So yeah, it's fine. Like it's not too bad. I mean, it's kind of cool how your level 7 or higher spellcasters can't be targeted, but a lot of cards these days don't even target. They just select and banish, like Mirror Jade, for example. So I don't know if it's that great. I mean, it'd be fine with like some spellcaster fusions because they won't be targeted. But at the end of the day, a lot of cards don't target much. I mean, they still target a lot of cards, but there's just a lot of cards now that just don't even target and just get rid of cards without targeting. So, and yeah, it does summon Dark Magician Girl, and this card is level 6. So if you don't like, you know, like, yeah, it has to be an activated effect. Yeah, when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets one spellcaster. So it can't even be attacking, it's just an effect. So I don't know, it's okay. So that's why I put at number 9. Number 8, Magician Gal. So this card is only in the OCG version of Yu-Gi-Oh! So the Japanese version of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not even released in the TCG version of Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is the English version. Apparently, this card was only released once. It never got reprinted. It came out a lot of years ago, and apparently it's not in the English version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I think they wanted to make some changes to this artwork. But this artwork was actually drawn by the Yu-Gi-Oh! Creator Kazuki Takahashi. So what I have to talk about later does sort of relate to Kazuki Takahashi drawing, you know, some of the monsters artwork. So like this one, for example, it's for different reasons. So there's two things. Like this one isn't so much copyright as the other ones. This one is just more that Kazuki Takahashi did not want them changing this card's artwork, and I don't blame him. Look how sexy Dark Magician Girl looks here. This is just mwah. I wish this was available in TCG. I don't know why they wanted to make some changes. I don't know if it's because her boobies look perfect, or the, you know, the star in the middle between her boobs. You know, I don't know. But this card's in Japanese, so you can't even read it. So let me tell you the card effect. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card and banish one card from your hand. Then activate one of these effects. Target one monster your opponent controls, take control of it until the end phase. Target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your field. So yeah, it's pretty cool. The only reason why I have this as like number 8 is because I don't think they'll ever add this to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, even though it's not a TCG OCG game. Like, yes, it's a mix, but I don't think they'll ever add Magician Girl. However, I kind of wish they did, because that would be pretty cool. You know, like I said, it's not the TCG OCG game where, you know, you can play this for tournaments. No, just it's its own game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So it would be nice if we got this for fun. And also, just yeah, rip Kazuki Takahashi. I'm still shocked about, you know, just how he's dead. Like, you know, honestly, thank you for giving us Yu-Gi-Oh! I know some of you are just a fan of the card game, but honestly, the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, the anime, the manga, so worth your time. Such an amazing story. I really love it. But yeah, rip Kazuki Takahashi. But yeah, this one is just related to how Kazuki Takahashi didn't want the card being changed on the English version. That's pretty much why we didn't get that. The other reasons, like mana, is completely different, but it does sort of relate to that a little bit. Number 7, Magician of Black Chaos Max. So, there is actually a max version of Magician of Black Chaos, like Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. Crazy, right? It's not in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel due to the same reasons as mana isn't. Like I said, I'll explain why soon. I would love to make this card like a very early number on the list, but there's a reason why I have it this high. Anyway, I'll just read the card's effect and then I'll talk more about it. You can ritual summon this card with Chaos Form. If this card is special summoned, you contribute one monster. Your opponent can't activate monster effects this turn. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target one spell in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use each effect of Magician of Black Chaos Max once per turn. So, amazing effect. As soon as it gets summoned, your opponent cannot activate monster effects. It is so amazing. This card is just awesome. And you know, you can get a spell card from your graveyard to your hand, which is amazing. It has nice attack. I did notice that it's level 8 and Dark Magician is level 7, so I was kind of like, wait, you have to like if you want to use this with Dark Magician, you have to like, you know, if you use Chaos Form, you just get rid of Dark Magician and a level 1 monster, you know. But then I realized Secrets of Dark Magic can actually, you know, exceed the amount, like, because, you know, usually with ritual summoning, you have to like add up to the amount of the ritual monster. Like, for example, here it's level 8, so you'd have to, like, this is just an example. You can just use a level 8 monster to bring this, or another example, a level 7 monster with one level 1 monster, you know. But with Secrets of Dark Magic, the spell card for Dark Magician, which is fusion or ritual summoning, you could choose, just depends which one you can do. You actually don't have to match up to level 8, so you can actually just use 2 monsters. Well, with that spell card, you do have to use Dark Magician, so it's Dark Magician with 1 monster. Anyway, the reason why this is high up on the list is because you cannot really search this card with Dark Magician cards like Soul Servant and things like that, because it doesn't mention Dark Magician in this card's effect. So yeah, I mean, I like I said in the intro, I do use Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician mainly, so if I add this in my Dark Magician deck, I won't be able to search for this unless I make like a core ritual deck where I summon cards that say activate cards that go get a ritual card from your deck to your hand. But I don't really know if I want to make like a pure ritual deck. I mean, it'd just be nice if this card mentioned Dark Magician just so I can search for it. And as soon as I summon it, bang, my opponent cannot activate monster effects and I can just clear the board. But yes, that's the only reason why it's at number 7. I'd make it higher, but it doesn't have Dark Magician in the effect, so yeah. Number 6, Magikaribo. So we're finally entering the Battle of Chaos Dark Magician cards on the list. So Magikaribo is such a great card, it's so cute as well. I don't see a lot of competitive Dark Magician players use it though. I don't know, I mean, I'd love to test it myself. Anyway, let me just read Magikaribo's effect and then I'll talk more about it. During the main or battle phase, if you took damage by battle or an opponent's card effect this turn, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon 1 Dark Magician or 1 Dark Magician Girl from your deck or graveyard. If a face-up spellcaster monster you control is destroyed by battle or by an opponent's card effect, you can add this card from the graveyard to your hand. You can only use each effect of Magikaribo once per turn. So it's a great way to special summon Dark Magician or Girl from, like, you know, your deck or graveyard. And what I love about it is as soon as you take effect damage or battle damage, you can activate Magikaribo like anytime. Like in that turn, you can just activate it when you want. It's not during like the damage step, you know, because the thing is, it's like Mahud, for example. If Mahud gets destroyed during the damage step, you know, and you summon Dark Magician, you actually cannot use Dark Magical Circle because Dark Magician was special summoned during the damage step. So I'm really glad that Magikaribo can be activated at any time as soon as you just take damage. So yeah, it's such an amazing card. I mean, I don't see too much of a problem with this card. I don't know, like, I haven't really tested Magikaribo out, but it sounds really nice. Like, because yeah, as soon as you take damage, you can just summon Dark Magician or Girl from like a lot of places. The only downside with this card is I can see it being pointless if they have Called by the Grave. But it's just really nice how you can get it back from your graveyard to your hand, which is really nice. So you can just, like, you know, keep doing it for some time. So yeah. But I gotta really test it out more. Haven't really tested it out much. But yeah, I would love to test this card out. It just sounds great. So yeah, that's why I've placed it at this number. Number 5, Timaeus United Dragon. So this is a very nice card for Dark Magician. So let me just read the effect. You can send 1 spellcaster monster or 1 spell/trap that mentions Dark Magician from your hand or face-up field to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. During your main phase, you can fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material, including a spellcaster monster. You can only use each effect of Timaeus United Dragon once per turn. So This is a great way of getting Dark Magician the Dragon Knight out, especially if you have Eternal Souls, so your spells and traps cannot be destroyed. And Dark Magician the Dragon Knight gets the name Dark Magician. So yeah, it's just an easier way of summoning that fusion, which is amazing. I kind of wish Timaeus United Dragon was like the spell card, the Eye of Timaeus, because with the Eye of Timaeus, all you have to do is just target one Dark Magician card, like the male Dark Magician card or Dark Magician Girl, and you can basically summon any Dark Magician fusion that you want, you know? Whereas this one, yeah, it does use materials from your hand or field. The thing is with the spell card, it doesn't mention the male Dark Magician on the card, so you can actually not search for the Eye of Timaeus, the spell card. When it says Dark Magician, it means the male and Dark Magician Girl. So yeah, like, that's why people don't run the spell card. So this is kind of nice, but I wish it was like the Eye of Timaeus, just so I can summon like Dark Paladin or Dark Cavalry, because I'm not going to be really using a warrior monster with Dark Magician. So yeah, but I see this being used more for Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, or even just fusions for like all my spellcasters I have in my hand or in the field. So yeah, also I like how this is a light monster, and that's because I will explain why when I talk about the next card. Number 4, Master of Chaos. So this card works really well with dark monsters and light monsters, so that's why I like how Timaeus is a light dragon. Anyway, let me read this card's effect. So to fusion summon this, it needs to be Dark Magician +1 Chaos monster or Blackluster Soldier Ritual monster. If this card is fusion summoned, you can target one light or dark monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You contribute one light and one dark monster. Banish all monsters your opponent controls. If this fusion summoned card is destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can target one spell in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use each effect on Master of Chaos once per turn. So yeah, it just makes it easier that Timaeus is a light type, right? Because with Dark Magician, you don't really use light cards much. I mean, if you're running Mahud, I guess you do, or if you're just running like a light dark spellcaster thing, whatever. But using like a pure Dark Magician deck, and you have Timaeus United Dragon, it just makes it easier for Master of Chaos to like banish all of your opponent's monsters. So yeah, it's such an amazing card. Also gets a spell card if it's destroyed by battle or card effect. But yeah, it's like if you're in a situation where you can banish all your opponent's monsters, like let's say, you know, you're in like a situation where both you and your opponent can't do anything, then you just summon this bad boy and just banish all of their monsters. Just yeah, this card is amazing because as soon as it gets summoned, you can special summon a light or dark monster from your graveyard, and then yeah, if you have a light or dark monster in the field, you can just get rid of them and banish all of your opponent's monsters. So yeah, it's a very, very clean fusion. Number 3, Illusion of Chaos. I love this card so much. Definitely deserved to be in the top 3. The amount of duels I would have won if this was in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. It's such an amazing card. I love this effect. Oh my god. Let me just read the effect and I'll just tell you why it's awesome. You can ritual summon this card with Chaos form. You can reveal this card in your hand, add one Dark Magician or one non-ritual monster that mentions it from your deck to your hand, then place one card from your hand on top of the deck. Your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect. You can return this card to your hand, and if you do, special summon one Dark Magician from your graveyard. If you do, negate that activated effect. You can only use each effect of Illusion of Chaos once per turn. What an amazing effect. So if you don't have Dark Magician in your hand and you really need Dark Magician, bam, reveal Illusion of Chaos. There you go. Or if you need something relating to Dark Magician, bam, Illusion of Chaos. And then if you ritual summon this card, which is pretty easy because it's level 7, so you just use Dark Magician, and it's, you know, Dark Magician is in your graveyard, so you can easily special summon Dark Magician with Illusion of Chaos as a second effect, and it also negates a monster effect that gets activated, which is amazing. You know, it's something Dark Magician needs more. I wish Blue Eyes had something like that. But yeah, honestly, Illusion of Chaos is an amazing card. Just helps you get Dark Magician cards from your deck to your hand without even ritual summoning this. And if you do ritual summon, well, you get to negate a monster effect and bounce this back to your hand. And then you can just... Oh my god, I love Illusion of Chaos. Oh my god. such an amazing card. Number 2, Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. Yep, there is an alternative version of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Yep. And look, let me just read Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon's effect, and this just has to do with copyright as well. So this is the last copyright card on this list. After I read the effect and talk about this card, I'll explain why that mana and the max card as well are not in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So Blue Eyes White Dragon plus Blue Eyes White Dragon plus Blue Eyes White Dragon, so that's the fusion requirement. Your opponent cannot target or destroy this card with card effects. Once per turn, you can target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. If this card was fusion summoned using a monster whose original name is Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon as a material, you can target up to 3 cards your opponent controls instead. This card cannot attack the turn this effect is activated. So, yes, this is such a destructive card. It cannot be targeted, nor can it be destroyed by card effects. It has 4,500 attack. If you use this with Ultimate Fusion, you can destroy let's say you have 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons on the field, and one of them is Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, and then you use Ultimate Fusion. So with Ultimate Fusion, you can destroy up to 3 face-up cards, and then Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon can destroy 3 cards. So yeah, I mean, what? This is so awesome. The amount of duels I would have won if this was in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, but it's not. So yeah, cards like Mana and that Max Ritual card and Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon and some other cards are not in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel due to copyright. The thing is, those cards and some other cards are drawn by Kazuki Takahashi. The artwork on the card, it's not like Konami just, making some art for the card and that's it. No, Kazuki Takahashi drew the artwork for some of those cards, and these cards never got reprinted. It was just those versions of those cards, and every card that doesn't have a different artwork besides the artwork being drawn by Kazuki Takahashi, they're just not in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So they're all missing, and yeah, it could be due to copyright. So yeah, these cards have never been reprinted. Cards drawn by Kazuki Takahashi with his artwork as the card only are just not in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So that's the only reason why I do not have Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon in Master Duel. Hopefully they find a way around this and just bring them in Master Duel, because it's so silly that copyright is holding me back just from using Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. It's so dumb. Oh my god, it makes me sad because I'm a Blue Eyes user. I use Blue Eyes, I use Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, but I mainly use Blue Eyes a lot. And it'd just be really nice to summon a fusion that can't be destroyed by card effects and also cannot be targeted. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, except it doesn't do double piercing damage if you attack him in defense. But still, it's just very nice that it can't be targeted nor destroyed by card effects. But yeah, hopefully we get cards drawn by Kazuki Takahashi soon, or that Konami reprints these cards with different artwork and they'll solve the problem. But I'm sure there's copyright on those cards, so maybe they can't even do that. Alright, it's time for honorable mentions. So, before I get to number 1, let's go through honorable mentions. Tyler the Great Warrior. I'm just kidding. Can you imagine they add Tyler the Great Warrior to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel? Oh my god, I'm just kidding. Let's just move to number 1. Number 1, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Look, I know this card is already in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, but it's banned, so we actually cannot get this card. So it is a card I want. So it technically sort of counts, but yeah, it's already in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, just it's banned. Hopefully it gets removed from the forbidden and limited list. I mean, at least make it limited to 1 or something. But yeah, what can I say about Red Eyes Dark Dragoon? Before I read this bad boy's effect, I just want to say that this monster's effect is my favorite effect in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's definitely my favorite fusion. This card has every right to be broken because Dark Magician and Red Eyes are not as good as other decks, so this really helps them out. But this card is banned, so just really sucks. I'm just hoping it gets removed from that list, and if they give us the Battle of Chaos Dark Magician cards, they also release Red Eyes Dark Dragoon from the Forbidden list. It's banned in the OCG version of the game, which is why it's banned in Master Duel, but really, is Master Duel focusing on the OCG and TCG list much? No, not really. They're focusing on more what's broken in the game, like what people are taking advantage of in Master Duel. Like Skill Drain, I believe Skill Drain isn't limited to 2 in the OCG, and in the TCG you can have 3, but in Master Duel you can have 2. So you know what? Screw the OCG list, Master Duel, and just release Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Let me just read this bad boy's effect. So fusion requirements: Dark Magician plus Red Eyes Black Dragon, or 1 dragon effect monster. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. Neither player can target this card with card effects. During your main phase, you can destroy 1 monster your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. You can use this effect a number of times per turn, up to the number of normal monsters used as a fusion material for this card. Once per turn, when a card or effect is activated, quick effect, you could discard 1 card and negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card, and if you do that, this card gains 1000 attack. This bad boy is just gaining 1000 attack every time it negates like effect on the field, and then you can destroy 1 monster your opponent controls and inflict that much damage to your opponent equal to that monster's attack. And then you can do it 2 times if you used 2 normal monsters, so Dark Magician and Red Eyes Black Dragon. I love this card so much. What can I say? I pretty much already explained everything before reading this card's effect, why I want a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So yeah, if they're going to make the anniversary based around Dark Magician, which I'm hoping they do, they need to make us use Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. There's so many more broken things in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel than Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. It wouldn't be that bad to release this, in my opinion. There's lots of way around this. You can still banish this card, you can still negate its effect. Forbidden Droplet exists, guys. Skill Drain exists. I know you can negate Skill Drain, but you make this card negate something else, and then you activate Skill Drain. Yeah, there's just a lot of ways around this. But yeah, they really need to put this in my Dark Magician deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Another reason why I want Red Eyes Dark Dragoon to be playable is that, like I said before, I'm a huge fan of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Storyline, you know, and Yugi's main monster is Dark Magician, and Joey's main monster is Red Eyes Black Dragon. So it's just really nice that we have a fusion that's Dark Magician and Red Eyes Black Dragon. So that's another reason why I really want to use Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Even if it wasn't broken, like let's say it wasn't that good, I would still run it, because it's just amazing how they fused Yugi's main monster with Joey's main monster, and Yugi and Joey are best friends, so it's just really nice. But yeah, hey, too broken. Alright, that's going to be the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Let me know 10 cards you'd love to see in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and I will see you later. Bye!